Very good afternoon, everyone. This is Ramkumar Ramadev. I am from EDULeaders International, and I have here my colleague and team member Chakrathar Party to present our session. So, Chakri will start the session. I'll continue. Chakri.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So once again, very good morning to the Edu world, the fraternity of nation builders. I'm Chakrathar Party here, representing ZEROSCIENCELAB. It is very often happen in children having anxiety in mathematics and science. So today, we have come up with a great creation, that is ZEROSCIENCELAB. This ZEROSCIENCELAB, if you just observe there, it is purely aligned with national education policy till grade 1 to grade 10 and covers both NCERT and SCERT syllabuses. As you all know, success doesn't mean winning every battle, it means an attainment of war. Many a times children fail in mathematics because of their anxiety and fear, and that's going to be eradicated by ZEROSCIENCELAB. So it started in 2021. First, it initially started as an online digital classroom. Later on, we succeeded in own meeting platforms, then student performance systems, and AI enrollment and verification platforms. And this is under the company of H1 International. That's the company name, H1 International. The creation name is ZEROSCIENCELAB. So we are operating from New Delhi, Hyderabad, and Rajahmundry. So why does science matters? India has, of course, many IITians, but our ultimate objective is to produce many more IITians by just showing that math is very easy. It is just a piece of cake. It's not a big deal. That's where ultimate objective. So here, technology alone does not improve learning. It definitely needs an emotion, and that emotion is our ZEROSCIENCELAB here. So I think we might have heard many a times in school that children say, sorry ma'am, I'm very poor at mathematics. I'm sorry, I can't go further in the mathematics. It's all just their perception because they think this is just a numbers. Many children have this numerophobia and scientophobia. And when they have this numerophobia and scientophobia, let's see what is the main cause for this. It's not that they are using less or they are useless. They are using it less. That's the difference. No one is useless in this world. Those who are using it less are considered as useless fellows. And that is not because of the intelligence. It's purely they have this fear. And that fear and anxiety is going to definitely end by ZEROSCIENCELAB, because here the learning begins with great ideas, not just formula. So, and here onwards, our founding chairman, Ramadevu sir, is going to take over. Thank you.
Thanks, Chakri. So, I think you all guys are very much experienced compared to our experience, because we are the technical people, we are just providing some technologies. But our purpose and our passion is something which is aligning your own purpose, basically. That's what you guys are doing. So many speakers since morning I am observing, many speakers talking about only two things, rote learning and the true learning. And if we are talking about two similar children in two different places of the India and two different environments, the same concepts they understand in a different way. What is the difference if you ask? The first thing says that some schools are changing the marks by memorizing the formulas, learning for the exams and deliver the exam and forget it in the next level. And it's a fast-driven learning. That is mostly based because we are living in the competitive world. This is required. I'm not saying this is wrong and right. I'm not justifying anyone because this is required, because many times parents want marks only. They don't want any other things. But what is happening in the other side, we have the different kind of learning. This is globally proven in many countries, developed countries, where there is more innovations are happening compared to the roles of support jobs. And when we are talking about the true learning, we are talking about understanding the concepts, applying the ideas, and the remembering long term, and learning with curiosity. And while when we are talking about this one, we are not focused in many other things, like we are not talking about social, we are not talking about English, because we are not expert in that point. Because our passion and our desire and everything around the mathematics and science, because we want that two parts to be improved as much as possible with all our efforts. Because if you recently seen the announcements from Elon Musk or the AI NVIDIA CEO, and all they are saying only one thing: in the AI-driven world, there is no other technology service except the mathematics and science concepts. So whichever country is having this core mathematics and science, that will survive the AI era. So, but are we good at the mathematics science means compared to any other country? India has more mathematics people and more mathematically qualified and scientifically qualified, but innovation is not happening in India. The reason is, it is happening in the support areas. There are many thousands of products. If you say 100% of products are IT products or whatever intelligent products developing all over the India, less than 5% products are developed in India. If 100% developed in global, less than 5% are developed in India. The reason is, developing means innovation. Why that innovation is missing in India, if you ask, the reason is, the most of the innovative people are staying outside. And also, most of the people who are innovating, they are educated 15 years back, not in last 1 decade, if you see the history and survey. The reason is, last 10 years, the mathematics and science teaching become really mechanical, so that the kids are really focused on the marks and the scores only, and they are very much keen to, very much thinking about forgetting of the mathematics by the time they reach the engineering. They don't want mathematics at all, because that much fear and anxiety they are getting. So in this kind of mindset, this is a mindset problem, not about the technology, not about the environment, mindset problem. Then how do we fix this? Then we had, and also if you see, the only 20% of students understand mathematics and concepts on the first try. Even if every classroom, if you teach one concept, definitely 20% of people will understand without any second revision. But remaining, what about the third bench to fourth bench to last bench? There is a disengagement, because people don't want to listen what teachers are saying. Many times they are become very adamant that they are saying that we don't understand mathematics, we don't want to listen it. So how do we make them, how do we convince them to think about mathematics like a life? Because mathematics, everybody knows, all mathematicians says that mathematics is a language of universe. If you know the mathematics, you will understand everything going around you. So mathematics, that science is the part of the, is a sub-tree or sub-branch of the mathematics. So everything, what happened? Yes, sir. So here, now what we did so much research. What kind of research we did? Initially, we thought we came with very aggressive and ambitious thoughts, like we want to make everybody love the mathematics, but the challenge is not that easy. Because myself, I am a global professional. I worked as an NRI for 13 years in 7 different countries before I started my journey in India in 2016. But of course, I have studied the education system of Japan, Singapore, and Australia, and also other countries, developed countries. But most of the times, I felt like it is easy now. I can bring some animation, some technologies to the classroom so that every student will like it. That's what I thought initially, but that is not the case. Because India is full of technology. Now, then later I realized this is something else missing. It's not about the technology. It's not about having a greater smart boards or the touch boards and everything. Then what is exactly missing? When I see that one, the soul, that means the engagement from the students. When the student is in the classroom and teaching, listening to the teacher, he has to listen in a way that you want to know more. So our topic in Zero Science Lab become like our mission. We don't want to create a technology product, but we want to create a teacher and student connection product. So that our mission is basically to reduce the anxiety and increase the curiosity. That is all we want to do. We don't want to do any miracles. And that will only happens with the mindset fixing or mindset tuning. And finally, at the end of the day, Zero Science Lab want that every student has to say that instead of I have to do this, they can say that I want to see how this thing works. When the curiosity rises, no teacher in this in India will change the student to study mathematics and science. So then how do we do it? How can we do it? Then we did so much research. How can we make mathematics easy? And there are many technical products and who can show animations, their video animations, and already there during a COVID time, there are many products in the industry. But something is still missing, then we thought of fixing the gap. So then we come up with the Zero Science Lab, but many times people will ask, why the zero? Because if you see, zero is the gift that India has given to the world. Zero thinks, zero, for the normal person, zero is nothing. But the person who is a mathematician, zero is everything. Without zero, there is no negative numbers, no number systems, and there is half of the world doesn't know how to measure the various things. So that kind of zero we want to start with. Then at the same time, the other way, we want to zero the anxiety and the fear. So the both things we started with the zero, and the concept, maybe you can think that it is a science of zero also. So basically it's a combination of zero and science. So what exactly it does? Then we realized that, as I said, there are many surveys in all over the world, like Mathematical Association of Australia, Mathematical Association of America. If you see their surveys, because you know that in other countries, mathematics is not a mandatory subject. They have to choose the subject, and also even if they choose the mathematics, they don't need to learn algebra and everything other thing as a part of the syllabus. They can choose only specific specialization. But in India, we teach everything, but students who don't want to learn anything. So that is the case we are working. So here what we did, we tried so many tools to bring into the Indian system, and then it took us very extensive, complex effects, because Indian system has the level-based learning, not like level-based, it's the age-based learning. Like we decide like 8 to 10 age people has to learn this thing, and 9 to 12 aged people has to learn this thing. But other areas, they are level-based learning. If the person is good enough and smart enough to learn a subject, even within the years of 12 years, he can learn the complete mathematics based on the capability of the student. But we don't have that system. What we do, in this year, you have to learn only these learning concepts. So this has given us the very complex and a very higher level challenge to us. Then what we did, we extensively worked for almost 2 to 3 years, including 12 plus PhDs and 100 plus technical people. Then we have designed activity-based learning that is basically completely aligned with the NCERT syllabus, not like outside the syllabus and not like an extracurricular activities. We don't want to spend, and we don't want to give waste teachers' time to teach something which is not relevant to the syllabus, because teachers are already pressured. So we want them to use this as part of their regular teaching methodologies. For example, if the teacher is having a 40 minutes period, then 30 minutes he or she can explain 30 minutes theoretical, and 10 minutes activity will help us. Our activity panel is here, and you can see that live demonstration how we are doing it. So in this one, we see the concepts, we interact and explore, and we do the learning by doing. So this is what we developed, and then we didn't stop there. We directly went to the Delhi, and we met to the NCERT director, and we showcased our product, because this is, we are aligning, we are working so hard to make Indian mathematical and science education easy for every student, then you have to approve us. The NCERT director, Amarendra Behra, that in 2024, he is very much impressed, but he said like, we cannot approve your product because you are not certified authority. Then he referred us to Ministry of Education. Then we went to the Ministry of Education, and then from there, we were evaluated by 𝐴𝐴CTE directly as part of NEET initiative. After 6 to 8 months of evaluation, they have certified us like we are 𝐴𝐴CTE evaluated virtual lab platform as per NEP. So that is the certification we have, and our name is there in officially Ministry of Education website if you want to see. And finally, we are not here to force you to use the product. We want that. How do we just think that how can we all together make mathematics and science and easy? Because we don't want any children to escape the classes just because of the maths anxiety. We don't want to see any children drop the school just because of they are not understanding the science concepts. So what we are providing here is to make it easy. They make their life easy and make your teacher's life easy. That is all we are trying to do it. So at the end of the day, we are not talking about replacing any teachers. We are talking about empowering them, because we know in India is the Gurukulam system is the key, where the teacher is the key point. Without teacher, the learning never happens. So we don't believe in the self-learning point. So that's why we made this complete product as a teacher empowerment tool. So we want, when students use this Zero Science Lab, we want them to enjoy the learning of mathematics and science. And then we want them to very much curious and become a future innovation and scientific persons. So this is all I want. I want Chakri to close the session.
Thank you so much for the info, sir. And here is the scanner where you can scan and request for a pilot access actually. Kindly please save this. And there is a stall. Please kindly give your time to us, sir. And definitely it's going to be very, very productive for children as well as the teachers. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Thank you. Signing off, Chakra Party.
Thank you. And as you said, like the pilot access is there. And we are providing class 9th and 10th access for this year revision purpose. If anybody want to try in your classrooms, just scan that QR and get the pilot access for you. And we want to see all the children, the majority of children loving the mathematics and science. Thank you very much.